Hey guys, it is time for our winter quarter classes. This quarter for the adult education calendar runs December, January, and February. So I'm here with Adam to tell you about what we have on the docket this quarter for adult ed classes. And I'm going to start out with this Job class that I've been teaching in other places. I taught it in the Family Center a couple quarters ago. Last quarter I was up in 301. This quarter I'll be in the auditorium teaching Job, a class called Yet I Will Trust Him.
Awesome.
And so Job is kind of about this wager between Satan and God, where Satan asks God, does Job serve you for no reason, or does he serve you because you bless him? Because Job is immensely rich, and God says, well, test him and see. And so Job loses everything that he has to his name, and he suffers a great deal. And in the midst of it, he says, though he slay me, yet I will trust him. So Job isn't really about, as we typically think, Job being the telling us about the cause of evil, or the problem of evil, or the cause of suffering. It's really more about what to do, how to handle it when we're in the midst of suffering, which is something that we all deal with.
Absolutely.
And so last quarter, I was in 301
Okay.
in the foundation class, but since I'm moving on, Gary Bulice is moving up there. Now, you've been through the class that he's doing in there. What's it about?
So the foundation class, Gary Busey is going to be talking about the armor of God. It's been a few months ago now, but I asked Gary to come up with some material on the armor of God, and he found some fantastic material. It's a video of some other classes that go over just what the armor of God is and how we can apply it to our lives and how that can be used as a defense against the world that we're in right now. It was a fantastic class. He taught it in home builders. They're taking it up to the foundation. So if you guys are looking for something that helps you with basically defending yourself against Satan, Gary's got some really good stuff next quarter in the foundation class.
Then downstairs, one downstairs, but one age group up, the Faith Builders.
The Faith Builders. So this is my group, and I got to tell you guys about this. I've been really interested in apologetics for the last several months, and I found some material by a guy named Frank Turek. He is a well-known Christian apologist, and we're going to do a video series with a lot of questions at the end of class, and it is fabulous. You will really, really enjoy the material we're going to go over. It's a lot of Christian evidences, a lot of things that combat the world and how they see what truth is and how there is truth. Truth is not relative. Truth is real, and God is real, and a lot of the evidence is that. It's a 12-session series on that, and honestly, it is really good. I'm really excited to share that with you guys next quarter in the Faith Builders class.
And then one more step up. So that class is in 215D.
This is the little tier of the old people.
Yes.
Yes.
Then one more step up is over in the Family Center, the class that David Manny usually leads. The Family Center, the class that we call the Classics, and he will be teaching on biblical stewardship, which we typically think of just being about money. But David's asking the question, is it more than that? And so you'll have to go to his class to find out if it is or not. And so then we also have the college age class. We'll have many of our college age students back with us over the winter break. And so we'll have a class for them that will be in 213C. So I hope that if you are a college student and you're catching this on social media, that you will check that out whenever you're home for the holidays. And we move from that to our Wednesday nights.
Yeah, Wednesday nights.
So Wednesday night in the auditorium, we're going through this elder search right now. We're about to appoint new or additional elders. And so Chuck is going to spend a good deal of time on what we call the pastoral epistles. These are 1st and 2nd Timothy and Titus, which in part, they do more than this, but in part go over what it means to be a good and godly shepherd of the church. So he'll be teaching that in the auditorium on Wednesday nights. And then we have a part 2. We took a break from this class this past quarter, but we have an combined adult Bible class that will take place in the chapel. Charlie Coombs will teach it, and it's called The Story of Us, Part 2. In the first part, he dealt with sort of early church and Reformation era church history. This time he's going to move on from that a little bit further and talk about our own history in the Stone Campbell movement, the Restoration movement. And so you'll really want to check this out if you're very unfamiliar with the history of the Churches of Christ. It's really interesting stuff. He's also going to be, in addition to that, he's asking folks to submit questions to him, and so that we can kind of go over those in class. Some of those questions, he has examples of those, are like, is homosexuality a sin? Should the church take political positions on any number of social issues, and things of that nature? But he'll give you an opportunity to ask whatever question you want in there. So it's Stump Charlie night in the chapel.
And you're not going to do that. I can tell you what, Charlie's put a lot of prep into this, and this class will be fantastic. And I think anybody would get a lot from coming to this class with Charlie, just about where we came from as Christians. So,
yeah, and I just love being in classes with Charlie anyway. And so we've also got men's and women's classes split up as well for 2 additional options for you. And so what are they doing in the men's and ladies classes?
So yeah, anytime we do a ladies class, we do a men's class, and Amanda Martin and Tina McCall are going to do a class on Esther. I'm really excited for them. Amanda does a fantastic job. The ladies get a lot out of the class with the fellowship they have, so they're going to be going over Esther. For the men's class, we're actually going to be doing a series called Moving Mountains, and actually it's about the power of prayer and how prayer is men especially is something we need to do more and utilize more to lead our families, lead our church, and improve our walk with God. And sometimes I think we're not taking the power of prayer to the full potential that we could be.
Yeah, it's still part of our a big part of our congregational theme this year is life of worship, and prayer is certainly a big part of that. We've had a number of classes this year so far on prayer or the other spiritual disciplines, and so this will be a good one for men, especially for that. And I'm excited about the ladies class too. This is the first time Tina McCall has taught for us since moving here.
Her and Amanda teaching together. I'm excited to see them working together, and just to see the fellowship for the ladies in that class.
Yeah, so if you'd like to go to ladies class is in 215D. That is the class that the Faith Builders meets in on Sunday mornings, and then the men's class will be in 213C.
Just on right down the hall. So
yeah, right down the hall from the ladies class. So that's the docket of Bible classes. I hope that you'll find a place where you can fit and learn and grow in your knowledge of Scripture and grow closer to one another.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you, Cory.
Thank you.